guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Tyler Mount, and you're tuned into this week's B-Way Zone Social Roundup Live. Y'all, if you know anything about me, you know I love Broadway, I love social media, so I thought why not combine the two and recap some of Broadway's biggest and best social posts of the week for you live every single Friday. So let's get started with number one, Gypsy of the Year. If you don't know what it is, Gypsy of the Year is a huge benefit sponsoring Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. This year, all of the Broadway companies participated. They raised money for about 6 weeks, and it all culminated with a huge performance. And this year we raised $4,492,636. That is outrageous. I'm obsessed. If you don't know about Broadway Cares, be sure to check them out online because they're a great organization to support. Moving on, we have to discuss Hairspray Live. I was obsessed, not only because J. Hud and Ariana Grande and Harvey Fierstein were living their best lives, but most importantly, it's the fact that we're bringing Broadway to the masses. The idea that a huge television network like NBC or Fox could dedicate an entire primetime slot to a Broadway show makes me so incredibly happy and started to get me thinking. What huge show do you think would do great on live television? If you have ideas, tweet us or Instagram us at B-Way Zone using the hashtag RoundUpLive so that maybe you can appear on an upcoming episode. Moving on to a play that I'm absolutely obsessed with on Broadway. You know I love musicals, but I bet you didn't know that I equally love plays, and this one is one that you don't want to miss. It is Oh Hello. It stars Nick Kroll and John Mulaney, and it is outrageously hysterical. I was in tears when I was watching it. They typically have like a third guest every night, brand new. They improv, they make them try to eat this huge tuna fish sandwich. And a few nights ago, it was Adam Driver from Girls and Star Wars. And it was to die for. But what I love most is the fact that their social media team, a lot of the times, put little clips of the show on social channels so that people like you and me can watch every single night, even if we don't have a ticket. So you better check out Oh Hello and check out that post on bwayzone.com. Next, we're moving on to cats. We talked about dogs last week, and this week we're talking about cats. I love the PR team at Cats because they make the best press events on Broadway, in my unofficial opinion. Grumpy Cat came a few months ago, and they recently hosted a cat adoption event at Cats. So there were cats being held by humans playing cats in the Broadway musical Cats. What's not to love? I want to adopt a cat just thinking about it. Check it out, bwayzone.com. And finally, I saw Dear Evan Hansen last week. I'm obsessed. I've heard a lot of my friends are obsessed with it too. And they are starting to develop a fandom. If you don't know what a fandom is, it's like a huge collection of people who are obsessed with a show. So you have rent heads or fansies who are obsessed with Newsies and Q-tips and the guilty ones. And I'm starting to hear the Dear Evan Hansen fans being called fanzines. And I have to admit, even though I love all Broadway, I'm definitely a fanzine at heart. Which got me thinking, what names of shows have not been already picked to have like a collection of people named after them? So like, what are people who love Camelot called? Or Wicked? Or Hamilton? I feel like there has to be answers to these, and I bet you have good suggestions. Tweet us at B-Way Zone using the hashtag RoundUpLive in order for us to see it. Woo! My gosh, I feel like an auctioneer. I'm not kidding, y'all. That was a lot of Broadway and a little bit of time, but I wouldn't have it any other way. For more information on the stories I covered today, in addition to tons of other social posts about Broadway, be sure to visit bwayzone.com. And as always, you should be following B-Way Zone on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter. If you want more of my Broadway journey all year long, be sure to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter at Tyler G. Mount. Until next time, I'm Tyler, reminding you to be obsessed with Broadway. Wow!